broadcast. If y'all notice, sometimes we're on in the morning, sometimes we're on in the evening, but whenever we're on, we appreciate your love and support. Today we have a special guest. I can see you guys showing a lot of love for our guest today. If you're watching this by replay, stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. What are you doing? Don't click off. Stay right here. Watch the whole episode. If you're busy and you're watching this episode, just listen to it. If you can't stare at it, just listen to it. While you're on the treadmill, listen to it. While you're working out, listen to it. While you're at work and your boss is walking around, just listen to it, okay? So whether you're here live or whether you're watching the replay, we appreciate you. Make sure you follow us at Lucas Live Media as well on Facebook and YouTube. Also, Lucas Tyndale on LinkedIn and Twitter. Check that out so you guys can make sure you see us. We're here live on Facebook, YouTube, Periscope, which is Twitter, and LinkedIn. So we're excited to be here with you guys today. Make sure everything is up and running. We're rolling. Our guest today is coming in live from the barber shop. He's at the shop, getting fresh, getting ready for the show, getting ready for his launch tomorrow. He's reopening his restaurant, new name, new menu, new things coming our way, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all don't want to miss it. So welcome. My beautiful wife, Corinne Marie, shout out to her. Thank you for being here, babe. Thanks for always sharing. Tamika, Tina, Jaisha, thank you guys. Make sure you share this broadcast. Don't share it as a watch party, though. If you're on Facebook, share it as a post. Share it as a post. It asks you. It's like, share it as a post. Share it as a story. Share it as a watch party. If you do the watch party, it puts them in a separate room. Watch parties are good for old broadcasts when you want to host a party and you want somebody to watch the game that was on yesterday. But if you want them to watch the thing live and be able to come into the comments and participate live, you want to make sure you share it to post so everybody can check it out. We appreciate you guys here today. Also, today is a special day for me. Shout out to my oldest daughter. It is her birthday today. She turns 22. I know I'm too young and too fresh to be having a 22-year-old daughter, right? Y'all like, how? How, Sway? How you got a 22-year-old daughter and a granddaughter? My granddaughter, Grayson. Shout out to Grayson. Viviana. Shout out to her. My daughter, Ariana, is 22. I had the pleasure. I came into Ariana's life. Ariana was 2 years old. And I can't tell you how she changed my life. You know, my first child was not biologically mine, but she's mine forever. And even though things didn't work out with me and her mom, I mean, she's mine forever. I love her to death. Happy birthday, Ariana. I'm so proud of her. She graduated. She got a full ride scholarship to FAMU. She did her years down there, graduated with a biology degree. She went down there pre-med, graduated, and she just got her first real job in Madison, Wisconsin. So she drove halfway across the world to her new job. They paid for moving expenses, and she's moving and grooving with a real job. Lab tech, passed her test today. She's going to be live in the lab testing people for cancer and different things in the lab. Man, I'm so proud of her. Shout out to Ariana, my beautiful daughter. Her smile lights up the room. Her smile literally lights up the room, and her smile has lit up my life for the last 20 years. Since I was 18 years old, I was a young man when I met her mom, and it's been such a blessing. Shout out to her mom for letting me be a part of her life all these years. And shout out to my daughter Ariana on her birthday today. Made me a young fly grandfather out here. You know what I'm saying? But I wouldn't trade it for the world. I wouldn't trade it for the world. So ladies and gentlemen, I see y'all. Tiffany Skiller, what's going on? One of the ladies of the Delta Sigma Theta Stark County Alumni Chapter. Shout out to her. And shout out to them. We're doing some more work with the Deltas and Omegas. I think I might get into the I almost said sorority. I don't think I could get into the sorority, but I think they might let me slide into the fraternity, the Omegas. You know, they showing up Lucas Live a lot of love. And we're going to be using this platform to bring you guys more community awareness for both organizations. They got a lot of things planned. Actually, this Saturday at 10 a.m., we'll be doing something with the Deltas, talking about biases and discrimination. You guys make sure you check that out. Today will be our last official episode of Lucas Live this week, but Saturday, it's a special event. Hosting it here live on my platform. I'm excited to be getting all the love. Also, you guys are going to see today, my guest today is at my man Nate's barbershop, and Nate is doing some cool stuff at his shop too. So one day you're going to see me coming live from the shop as well, doing some things with them as well. Christina Jokina Charisse, welcome. I said that like that was one name. Christina Jokina Charisse. That was three different people. Shout out to y'all. Glad y'all here. Glad y'all here. Glad y'all here. Everybody still sharing this broadcast. And I see my man Chris Bennett in the house, my man. What's going on, my man? Listen, y'all got to get the inside scoop because listen, today, my man, Mr. Legit Smith, is about to tell us his whole story. Okay, we about to go behind the curtain. We about to talk about some things. And I always tell my guests, talk about what you feel comfortable talking about. I'm not here to dig into anybody's life or business. I always say, if I ask something you're not comfortable answering, sidestep the question. Be like, we don't need to get into that. But let's talk about these boils and these crabs and this barbecue, right? That's all fair game. I'm not trying to get the hot story. I'm trying to educate, motivate, liberate. Y'all know what we do here. Educate, motivate, liberate. But sometimes in our story and the things that we've gone through and what we've come from is the very thing that educates, motivates, and liberates people. And when we were talking about the show, he was like, you know what, I might just come and let them know what's up. I might just tell them the real deal. I might just tell people the story. The city hasn't heard it all. You guys haven't gone behind the veil. So today he's going to share as he feels comfortable. And we're going to support it today. So make sure y'all don't miss it, man. Everybody who's if you're a little bit nosy and you know somebody that's a little bit nosy, call your little bit nosy friend and be like, hey, they saying he about to tell some of his business. And they're going to be like, I hope he don't say nothing about me. I hope I wasn't at that spot that day. I don't know. You better not say my name. I know that. So y'all make sure y'all share this broadcast so everybody can check it out. We're going to get started here. I'm going to bring on my guests. We're going to have a great conversation. I'm just so excited to have you guys here. I always appreciate your comments, right? So I see you guys, Tyler Thatcher, Maria, Tasha Ellis. Thank you guys so much for being here. Now, I won't be able to get to everybody's comments and questions, but I love it when you make comments and questions in the comment section. Also, whether you're on Lucas Tyndale, you're on my Facebook page, or Lucas Live Media, you can interact with the people there as well. You guys can comment. I can see those comments. I appreciate it. Maybe you have a question. We might go to the live callers. I don't know yet, but I'm always ready now because we got the live caller feature now where y'all can call in. We might do that as well. We will see. But today we're going to bring on our guest. I'm super excited about it. I'm excited to have him. I said my daughter Ariana has a big smile. This guy has a big smile. Happy guy, joyful guy, doing his thing, making a difference. Black business owner. A black man that can cook. A black man that can cook out here, man. Where they make these dudes at, man? I had Steve Beatty on here, and I got my man Legit Smith. Where they make these brothers? I mean, I can cook, though. Don't let nobody tell you. Ask my wife how I can cook. Do I? Not that much. Can I? Am I going to starve? No. Is my family going to starve? No. Do I cook a lot? No. But that's not the point today because I'm bringing on a chef. And his restaurant is reopening tomorrow. He's doing a launch. You guys are going to hear all about it. And I guarantee my wife and I will be there. If we got to stand in line, whatever we got to do, however much it costs, we going in, we paying full price. We ain't asking for no discounts. We going all in. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. My man, Mr. Legit Smith. Welcome to the show, my man.
What up?
What up? He there live in the barbershop, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to be a real conversation. See, this is how guys talk. Sitting in the barbershop, just having a conversation. You ready to go, my man?
Yes, sir. I had to bring it to the essence, to the barbershop.
Had to bring it to cutting up. Y'all see that? Pure number. Oh, so I'm getting a text. My producer texted me right now. Hold up. Let me tell you what she just said. This is, she said, shout out to Amanda Dukes Multimedia. Y'all make sure if y'all trying to do a podcast or a show or some stuff, y'all holler at her. She said, sorry, I know I shouldn't say this, but the viewer numbers are bananas. And she said, there's a lot of people on here. It's a lot of y'all. Y'all out here. All right, Mr. Legit Smith. Apparently, you got a lot of people that got a lot of love for you, my man. So I'm excited about it. Shout out to Nate Chester. Nate, how you doing, my man?
Good. What's going on, Lucas?
He in the house from the Mop Shop, ladies and gentlemen. You looking for a fresh cut? The Mop Shop is where it's at. They got several barbers there now. They doing their thing. They in full swing. Making things happen there. Cutting up, as you guys see that license plate in the background. So legit, man. Let's get started with the barbershop talk. Shout out also to my man G Bush with the barbershop brand. Got the barbershop hat on for my man G Bush.
That's family.
That's family? I ain't even know that. What?
Well, we about to get into. That's how I real started. The Bush family. The Bushes. Shout out to my aunt, Duck, Uncle John. Rest in peace.
Okay.
I was the young kid sitting on a chair cutting up ribs, making banana pudding and cheesecakes as a young age.
What?
That was the first thing I ever learned how to make was cheesecake and banana pudding. First two things I ever learned how to make.
That's crazy. So let's get into it. So you already started down that road. That is crazy. Shout out to the Bush family. Great family. So what's your background? Is that your cousin? Those your family? What's up with the Bush family?
Cousin.
And these are your cousins. So tell us again.
That's my cousin.
So what was it? Was this something all the kids were doing? Did you have a special love for cooking? How did you start your journey into becoming a chef and a restaurateur? How did that all start?
Okay, so young, mind you, I didn't even know this until later on. My mom always tried to keep me sheltered. She's watching somewhere. Shout out to you, Mom. She always tried to keep me sheltered. So I went to a certain school that I will never say their name. We'll get to that later on. But yeah, well, I'll never say their name, but I went to restaurant management classes young. My dad owned restaurants when I was a kid, which that was the stuff I didn't know, that my mom kept sheltered from me, the lifestyle that he lived and why I'm here and what got us to this point. But he actually sold his location. Well, my dad passed when I was 2, so he sold the location to the Bush family.
Okay.
So that's where Ambush came in. I don't know if anybody remember back in the day when Ambush was open. My cousin David, like I said, my Aunt Renda, Duck is what we call her, Uncle John,
Okay.
Danielle, all of them, we used to be in there, and I was the young person in there doing anything they asked me to do and whipping up banana pudding and cheesecake.
Man, my wife in the comments said, she said, banana pudding. Hold up. Banana pudding, babe. We going to the spot tomorrow. If you want some banana pudding, you getting you some banana pudding, girl. I got you. I'm going to hook her up with the banana pudding.
Get her
all right?
2 or 3.
Oh, get her 2 or
Yeah,
3. Okay, all right. I like the way you do business, my man. We gonna get her 2 or 3.
I got to.
I already know she gonna want the boils, she gonna want the crab legs, but we'll get into that in a minute. So your family, so you started there, and then you said your father passed away when you were young. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Passed when I was 2.
Go ahead. So where did life
Anybody
go
that
from there?
knows me and has seen me outside looking in, that's why I'm so obsessed with children and kids. Dad passed early, so he didn't get to, well, I didn't get to feel the love of a father. But everybody always told me how he looked at me. So it was one of them things that I'm over the top. Like, I'm the softest dad, the craziest dad you ever gonna find. That little boy is here. That's it. So
That's big. That's a big thing, because a lot of times people don't realize that, especially as a young black man, that not having a father, they always assume that leads to negative things. And you're saying for you, it led you to being more involved with kids in general.
Over the top positive.
Over the top positive with kids. I love kids as well. And then your own kids. So how many kids do you have?
So I have 2,
14-year-old
stepdaughter. Shout out to her parents. Stepdaughter.
Yep.
My 2-year-old, well, he'll be 2 on the 19th. And I got 1 cooking that'll be out in 4 weeks.
Oh,
so
congratulations, my man. You got 1 in the oven, literally. You got 1 in the oven. Cooking.
Yeah.
Banana pudding on the way.
And a banana pudding.
Work it.
Yeah, we have Miss Mandy Williams here saying best father ever. She seems like she's kind of fond of you. I don't know, but she's putting hearts and stuff in the comments. I'm just saying. So, you know.
She ain't got stuff. You ain't got no choice. She liked it.
Shout out to Mandy. Shout out to all the love. Shout out to the family. So, and we got Marcus Tate here too. Shout out to Marcus Tate. He said, I can't wait to hear the culinary school stories. Shout out to
man.
Marcus Tate.
That's
Marcus.
that's my guy.
We got to have you on the show, Marcus. We got to get you out here. Yeah, you cook something up. So, all right. So you started off young. You started cooking. You got into it. Okay. So then, where does life go from there? Is it like always about cooking? Was it sports? Was you really focused in school?
No.
What was going on?
So,
meanwhile, ladies and gentlemen, if you don't know what's happening, Nate has what's called a straight razor to my man's face. So he was trying to answer and not. He was trying to answer and not get cut. That thing, just one bad move, and you will never forget the moment where he got that scar. So, all right, we'll call it scar face. All right. So, what was it like growing up for you?
So we started Ambush, young, went to a school, went to restaurant management at that school. Young, the school I went to, it wasn't many of us, is what you can get at. I was the only one in my class. Shout out to my boy Nicholas Welsh, restaurant management. And the only person name I will say about that school, and y'all should know if y'all went to that school, shout out to Mr. Langenfeld. That's the man that told me when I was in culinary school, I would never be nothing. Wow. He literally told me at the age of 16, 15, going to apply for schools, culinary schools, me being bougie and whatever, I'm like, I'm going to the top school. So it was either CIA or PCI. So I said, I'm going to in Culinary Institute. Back then, it was a lot of money. It was $50,000 a year. Wow. So, of course, my mom, she's like, go to Hocking, boy. That could save me about $30. I was like, no, I'm going to PCI. So when I told him, the letters of recommendation, he like, why are you even doing this? You're not going to make it. I'm like, cool. We're going to remember that. The one thing I knew about me that I knew early, I'm not the guy that's going to read a book and take a test in 3 days and pass it free. Okay. Now, shout out to my guys, y'all there. They helped me get through high school a little bit. Okay. It all the way through. They worked you. Right. I'm a hustler, baby, and I made it all the way through. We here now, so everything is great. Shout out to Nicholas Welsh, restaurant management. So I went to PCI, graduated there. Moved to Columbus. Started. I was a head chef at a restaurant called Lotus. So this
was right after high school, or you had went away to culinary school and came back?
So right after high school, I go to culinary school. Okay. Graduate in 2005. I graduated high school 2003, so I graduated PCI culinary school 2005. I come back home, and shout out to Devin Jordan. He was the number one receiver around here. He goes to Ohio State. Yep. So him, my cousins, Melvin, they're at, is it Ohio Westland? They had one of them schools in Columbus. We all go there for an icebreaker. So coming from Canton, I've never seen 2,000 to 3,000 African Americans in one spot
at one time ever. Right. Never. Right.
I'm hearing every song that I want to hear. The vibe is right. Everything looks amazing. I'm like, look here, I will be here. I moved to Columbus within 2 months after going to that club.
The party was calling.
We moved to Columbus. Yep, we moved to Columbus. I'm cooking at Texas Roadhouse, I believe, in the beginning. I go get a head chef position at Lotus. And that's when my life goes from I'm about to be a chef, and then I go to the right. It goes from I love cooking, I want to do this for the rest of my life. Then I seen the club promotion world. And that's when legit that the city of Canton fell in love with, turned into L Smooth. That's where that guy comes into.
Okay. So, tell us a little bit about Mr. the alter ego, Mr. L Smooth, that people fell in love with.
He was there.
Okay, see,
honestly,
He started calling names out, and you was there, and you was there. Your mama was there. Your cousin was there.
Everybody, like
we was roommates.
We was roommates.
Wow.
So like 7 people from Canton are within a apartment building, well, townhomes. We're right next door to each other. Yeah. So we got Bethel Road. We call ourselves Bethel Road boys to this day. Like the wildest group of 6, 7 boys at the age of 20, whatever, having a ball.
Right.
So, yeah, I'm at Texas Roadhouse. Go to Lotus. I see them make $2,000 in one night throwing a party.
Wow.
And I'm like, they're paying me $2,000 in 2 weeks. I said, oh, so in one night I can get this when I'm slaving for my $2,000.
Right.
So I started throwing parties. And that's when the alter ego turned into Hennessy. That's when the Henny God and all of that came from. So, yeah, we turned from Little Can to Columbus, and shout out to Columbus. I was one of the top 3 promoters in the city at one point.
Wow. And
I didn't care about a pot and pan for about 8 years.
8 years?
I stopped. It was about 8 years.
That's crazy. Wait, hold on. Wait. That's deep, because I don't think anybody, I mean, I didn't know that, and I don't think most people who catch you at this part of the story, and this is one thing you and I were talking about, and I was like, people sometimes catch us at different points in the movie, say, or different points in the book. They catch us at chapter 30. They done missed 20s or something. You know, they done missed a lot of stuff. And they see you as a chef. They're like, man, he must have been doing this thing. He been grinding. You started it off with, as a child, banana pudding, cheesecake, learning to make food. So we're like, this was a smooth story. And somebody out there right now is in that middle stage of their life where they're on pause doing something that is bringing money, but it's not their purpose. It's not their passion. It's just money or fun or whatever it is. So if you're out there and you're watching this, it's not too late to get on the road to what you're really supposed to be doing while you're out there having a little fun. Don't get lost too long. 8 years, let me say this, is a long time, man. That ain't no little 2-year detour, brother. 8-year detour? So you was lost somewhere. All right, so pick up the story. 8-year detour.
8 years. So this is when I say, and I know she's watching, my mom tried to keep me sheltered from a lot of stuff. But once I got exposed to certain things coming from here, it was crazy. Never seen it before, and I fell in love. So that's where that 8 years of not doing it, I fell in love with that one lifestyle. Yeah. That I ain't gonna go into that we're not gonna go there.
Okay.
Fell in love with that, but it's one of them things where I would never talk bad about that, because if it wasn't for that life, I wouldn't be here right now today.
Yeah.
So if you're in that life without going that far, you can get out today and turn everything legit. And not saying, like, I see what you did there. Yeah, I didn't want
I like that. I was like, wait a minute. That was smooth.
I hate using that word. I never use that word.
That's funny. It must have been meant to be. You was meant to say that. So you can turn it and make it all legit, right?
Yeah, but it wasn't by my choice, for real. It was, and I'm big on not saying names. As you could see, it was one of my close friends today that we was both in that life, and he literally looked at me and told me, like, look, Jit, you got something that we don't have. Wow. You can go get a job. You can go da-da-da-da-da. Like, before you get them check marks on your name, you can still maneuver out here. So he literally told me, like, look, before you mess up and get one of them check marks, just go all the way right, and you ain't even got to worry about it, because he told me, it's like, look, I can't do this for the rest of my life. You can do what you're doing for the rest of your life. Like, he has to make an escape route. So, you know what I'm saying? It was one of them things that I'm blessed to have such a real person to tell me, like, look, you ain't built for this for real.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yep.
you good, but get out and go and do it. And I made a post on Facebook. From that point, I turned a $40,000 company into $220 within 4 years.
What company? What do you mean? Which company? The promotion company? Or
well,
what?
So I started working at the Bayou. Once he told me that, once he gave me that bit of information, like, look, shit, this ain't for you for real, go that other route.
Mm-hmm.
I went, shout out to Troy Harris. The Bayou in Akron, they were a boil spot.
Shout out to Troy.
This is where all of why I'm doing boil. So I'll bring everything, like, I'm a hustler. Number one. I know what's not in Canton. I know what's not in Ohio because I lived in so many places that I came up with a trendy menu to feed us.
Yes.
So when we open up this time, it's going to be boils and barbecue. So they had the boils. It was one of the things I'm like, wow, this is a great staple. I took that, brought it with me, but that was one of the things that you paying somebody a certain amount when they coming in to be the head chef. They made me a line cook. Crazy. Like, I applied to be the head chef.
Right.
They hired my man Troy. No hate to Troy.
Shout out to Troy. I know Troy, good dude.
Shout out to Troy.
Yep.
But I don't think Troy knows this. The owner of the restaurant told me that I would be coming in to battle for the sous chef position.
Wow.
So when I get there, Troy already has his sous chef picked out. So I walk into orientation and I'll keep everything.
All right, wait, hold on. Now listen. We've been watching Master Chef and all these little cooking shows and stuff. So we hear the term sous chef. Help us understand, what is that in a real restaurant? Like, what's the difference between a line cook? And somebody out there may be interested in culinary school. Educate the people. What's the difference between a line chef, a sous chef, an executive chef? What else is there? I don't even know. Help us out.
Right. The sous chef is second in line. Head chef is the man. Sous chef is the second person in charge. So it was a black-owned restaurant. I went there. I'm like, okay. Once he told me he hired another head chef, he was like, look, Jit, I would love for you to still work for me. So you can come in and battle for the sous chef position. I'm like, all right, cool. Me being cocky and who I am, I'm like, I'm going to blow them out the doors anyway. When I get there, it's over with.
Right.
But I walk in the doors, he's standing there with his sous chef. Mind you, I don't know this at one point, so I'm sitting there. They hand out the pamphlets, and they're like, "This is my sous chef." I'm like, "What?" So, mind you, I'm sitting there. I'm the heatedest person in that room at that moment. I'm like, "Okay, I see what time it is." But me being me, I suck it up. I take the pettiest job ever, $10 an hour. That's when I made the post last week. Like, that's the day that I said I would never work for nobody else again.
Wow, that's big.
So it was great. I'm glad I didn't get the sous chef position. You might have been. I still might be there.
I love that, Nate. We got Nate Chester. Now listen, ladies and gentlemen, if y'all don't know Nate is one of the wisest dudes ever, man. I don't know. You go in there, get your hair cut, get counseling. You could be 3 chairs down. He'll be done, straightens your life out, straightens your hairline. It's amazing what the man can do. So, Nate, man, since you're here with us today, and we're looking forward to having you as a special guest, a featured guest on the show yourself. And shout out to your wife, Courtney. Coming soon. Yes. Shout out to your wife, Courtney, for blessing the show with her business and everything that she is doing. So Nate, what's first, if you could speak to his transition, if you don't mind, and then kind of help us tie the pieces together, just from an outsider in. What's your perspective of this journey? And you're a guy who really, I think you take a real introspective look at things and how life is going and what it means that can help everybody. So what are your thoughts on his story?
I mean, just going off of the last thing he said, it sparked something where I heard somebody say, the worst thing you can do is shoot for a target that's too low and hit it. Wow. So him aiming for that chef position at someone else's company could stop the birth of what he's doing now. And so
that's deep.
As a word of encouragement, I would say, shoot for the stars. And it's a saying where they say, shoot for the stars. If you miss, shoot for the moon.
Yep.
And if you miss it,
at least you land amongst the stars. Yep.
Yeah. So that's what I get from what he just said, man. Yeah, that's powerful.
That's big. That's big. Yep. I love it. Shoot for the moon. Even if you miss, you'll land amongst the stars. And I think it's even I've heard that. I've never heard though the worst thing that can happen is you shoot for a target that's too low and hit it. Because what happens when you hit a target that's too low is you get complacent, you get satisfied. You think that is success. You're like, that's what I was aiming for. I got it. I'm good. I got the job. There's so many people right now who are working for somebody who their purpose is to work for themselves and give other people jobs or to build their own thing, but they're too afraid to get out of it.
And I even add this on too, Lucas. Also, when we shoot for a target too low and we hit it, not only do we become miserable, but from that point on, we ruin the experience of others that come into our life.
I love
See what I'm saying? Because we all have a purpose, and if we're not living in our purpose, full of joy, and we full of bitterness because we didn't chose a job and got the job, and now we come home mad, and our kids, the way they experience us, or our spouse, or our friends, we don't live up to the potential that we was called to, and we miss a lot of blessings and hurt a lot of people without even knowing.
That's deep, man. That's deep. It's so true. It's so true, ladies and gentlemen. Again, shout out to Nate Chester here at the Mop Shop. Ladies and gentlemen, make sure you check him out in the old Supercuts building over on the northeast side of Canton. If you're looking for a cut, you can book it. You can schedule it. You can go on your lunch break if you can get it in there, or right after work, or get your kids in there, because you can schedule it on an app and actually get in there on the time that you said and get out and get back to your life. So that's different in the inner city barbershops. Normally you got to go in there and watch 4 football games, 3 basketball games, and find out about everybody's life before you get out of there. You're like a hostage, but that's not how they do it over there. So shout out to them. So back to everybody saying, preach, Nate, preach. All right, throw it in. We got mopshop.bookski.com. Check that out. That's how you guys can check out the shop or book a barber. You can check out the different barbers there. Great guys doing great things at the Mop Shop. All right, so legit, back to your story. So I like what you said about bringing something to this area that doesn't exist, because me and my wife are big seafood fans. And I mean, we've had Red Lobster here forever, and you're finally like, all right, this ain't really like the options is the menu ain't changed in 100 years other than a couple specials throughout the year. There's not a lot. I mean, they got the bonefish out here and stuff, but we go to like Akron, Fairlawn. We go up there to go to different places to try to get some seafood. Cleveland. We went to a place got a boil up in Cleveland. So to bring something like that here, I think is brilliant. I mean, you see a hole in the market, an opportunity, and you bring something like that. So real quick for the people who's out there, what can they expect from that? And ladies and gentlemen, you guys stay tuned. We got more show to go, more story to hear. But if you're here right now, I just want to make sure people don't miss this promotion real quick. What can they check out? What's going to be on the menu at the new spot that's opening up tomorrow?
So we will have king crab legs and then your regular snow crab legs. We'll have lobster tails. With the boils, we know boils consist of potatoes, corn, sausage, eggs, crab legs, shrimp. Then I have my special butters, garlic sauces. You can get 3 different types. You can get Cajun, lemon pepper, or just garlic. I'll have fish specials every Friday. I'll have ribs. That's the key. So we know when you're eating seafood, you're not really full when you're done. So you can get you a rib dinner with a little boil.
Or
you can get you a snack pack with the boil.
I like
we
that.
Covering everything.
I like that.
We like. Yes, sir.
Man, I thought that was just me. You get done with the seafood and you be like, that was a lot of money and I'm still hungry. Right.
45 minutes later, you're looking crazy.
Yep.
The website is legits.com, LEJITS.com. The full menu will be on there. We'll be on DoorDash, Uber Eats, I believe, in 2 to 3 weeks.
Love it.
Friday and Saturday will be a soft opening. Then we'll open up fully Wednesday of the following week and be open Wednesday through Sunday. 11 till 7, Wednesday through Saturday. And then Sunday will be open from 12 to 5.
I love it. Smart stuff. Catch that after church crowd, right? After 12, they be coming around looking
for church.
That's smart, man. I love your business mind. So, first of all, ladies and gentlemen, you guys go to legits.com. Make sure you guys check that out. The menu is here. Shout out to Dante Stewart, my man Dante. We was beefing over Master McKinley, but that's my guy. He just put the whole menu up in the comments. I tried to click on it to add it to the broadcast. I think it almost broke my whole screen because it was a lot of stuff. But just to throw some stuff out there, you got boil 1, boil 2, boil 3, boil 1, crab legs, 1 cluster, shrimp, corn, potato, sausage, eggs. That's $18. You got boil 2, 2 clusters. What's a cluster, brother? Maybe I'm dumb. What's a cluster?
So that's the whole. Well, I hate this. It's just like the whole nugget, the whole cluster.
Oh, okay, the whole. Got you. I was like, what is a cluster, brother? I don't know what that is. Okay, the whole cluster, boy, right? Okay, under the sea, the little mermaid, Sebastian, boy. All right, so the whole cluster, crab leg, shrimp, corn, potato, sausage, $28. And then 2 clusters, lobster tail, crab leg, shrimp, corn, potato, sausage, eggs, $42. Y'all get that $42 joint. Don't be being cheap, y'all out here. Y'all spending money on all kind of nonsense. Y'all got the money. You ain't buying no gas. You ain't going nowhere. Everybody working at home. Go get the $42 boy. That's what we coming for. And then we got the boil 4, half-pound shrimp, corn, potato, sausage. Then there's seafood rolls. There's fish dinners, rib dinner, snack pack, wing dinner, half a barbecue chicken, half a slab of ribs, whole slab, only $24, ladies and gentlemen. And don't miss your sides. Small sides are only $3. Large sides, $5. We got greens, mac and cheese, baked beans, potato salad, fries, coleslaw. Ladies and gentlemen, you don't want to miss this. And then finally, the desserts for just $6. They got the cheesecake, the banana pudding, where it all started, right there at 2549 16th Street, Northeast Canton, Ohio, 44705. Make sure you guys check that out. Again, that'll be available soon. It will be available on DoorDash and some of these other services where you won't even have to leave the house. So you really be able to get the expensive boy. But get it for you, get it for your family, get it for your kids. What time will it open up tomorrow?
I will open at 2 o'clock tomorrow till 7 o'clock. But we know how that goes. Y'all better get there because it will sell out. And I've done 3 pop-ups since I've been shut down in the past 2 months. And I haven't lasted longer than 3 hours, y'all. So,
okay. So get
there at 2 o'clock.
Get there. I'm putting my order in tonight. You know, listen. I'm going to be cash apping some money, sending it over, hold it down. All right. You guys make sure if you're interested, check it out tomorrow. Get there early. And then if they miss Friday, Saturday, what time will you be open?
Saturday, same time. Matter of fact, I open up earlier on Saturday. The Buckeyes aren't playing, so I will open up at 12.
Okay.
This Saturday for y'all. Yeah.
If the Buckeyes are playing, it's going to be late.
Well, no, I'm just going to have the TV put in. When the Buckeyes come down, everybody know how I am about sports. The Buckeyes, I ain't going to get into basketball because they're going to jump on there and get to talking crazy. But we all know who I love in basketball. But
right.
It's football season. Chill. It's football season right now.
Right. Yeah. Don't get him started. He said he'd go off. All right, so what we're going to do, Nate, legit, the connection is going a little bit slower. Why don't you guys go ahead and reset real quick? I'm going to take a step back. Ladies and gentlemen, don't go anywhere. They're going to come right back right after this break. Ladies and gentlemen, we got Legit Smith in the house. He's about to come right back. You know, sometimes the internet connection throws it off, so we practiced this beforehand. So we're going to try to reset it. If it's not perfect, it's cool. We appreciate all you guys staying on and staying around. Let me holler at our sponsor real quick. Shout out to Restream, ladies and gentlemen. I threw that right in front of my face. Restream is what I use to broadcast to Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, Periscope, Twitter, aka Twitter, all at the same time. Okay? Restream allows you to stream to 30 plus platforms at one time. So if you're wondering, like, how does he do it? He's doing something fancy. It's not that complicated. I can help you out. I can get you connected. I know some people over at Restream that can help you as well if you guys want to know more. So we're going to go ahead and get back on here with our guest, Mr. Legit Smith. And let's hear this man's story. Let's talk to my man here. Let's see what they're talking about. Let's get back on here. Oh, the chair is empty. He's back, but the chair is empty. They came back live, but the brother is missing. Oh, he's back. Oh, he's back. He's back. Oh,
we back.
All right, we back. Look at that fresh lineup. Got nice.
Shout out to Nate. Got me together.
Got him all the way fresh, ready to roll. And then you said you will be opening this Sunday. You're not open because you're gonna get back to your normal hours. So this was just a soft kickoff, right. Friday, Saturday, and then you're gonna get back to your normal hours, which are gonna be Wednesday through Sunday. That's what we can expect.
Yes, sir. So we'll be open. I'll do 12. Honestly, 12 to sell out. I'll do 12 to 7 on Saturday. Tomorrow will be at 2 o'clock till 7 or sold out. Right. I say that because I promise y'all, it sounds crazy, but literally, when I do boils, 2 hours at the max. But I got enough stock this time when we locked and loaded. I got us this week.
Listen, if you need some investors, if you want some people throwing some, sounds like it's a booming business, like if you need more stock, what do you need, a freezer? I'm sure people be ready to roll. So that's a good problem to have. So once you're up and running fully, what's the deal? How do you plan to keep enough stock? Do you think once you're more consistent, people will have more days to do it so the demand won't be as high per day? Or are we going to roll up and be sad a lot? Tell us what we can expect.
No, so when I first opened them, I didn't have a real staff. I have a real staff this time. Like, in no disrespect to my old staff, like it was only 2 of them. Right. This time I have a staff of 7. Okay. So we're good now. Like, I'll stay fully stocked. Mind you, you might get disappointed every blue moon, but I will try to be as stocked as possible. Yeah, I'll try to be on point this time.
Got you. I like that. I like that. So listen, because what we have to do as a community is support the business, ladies and gentlemen, and that's what's going to help him figure out, okay, how much do I need to stock? How much do I need to get? Are people consistent? Let's be consistent supporters. It's one thing to come to the launch or the kickoff. And ladies and gentlemen, let me say this, because as a Canton person, a lot of times we talk about what our city doesn't have. And then when it gets something, we don't even give it a chance. If one thing goes wrong, one day I come and can't get my boil, I'm like, forget this. This is why I go to Cleveland. This is why I go to Columbus. I'd rather go to Detroit. I ain't coming around here. Y'all don't know how to. We got to stop being like that, because everybody started somewhere. So support him, because he's not only producing something amazing, but this is a local guy trying to bring something to our community. He saw was a missing piece. That was a gap it was a hole in our community, and there was a need for it. So sometimes stuff ain't gonna maybe always be there, but you're gonna make it happen. And I believe as you move forward, you're gonna smooth all of that out, and we're all gonna be consistent customers. So you'll be able to count on that revenue that allows you to buy that stock, that allows you to keep your business going, because that's what it's all about. So talk to us a little bit about the barbecue side of things. Like, what does that mean? You gonna be outside in an Ohio winter grilling outside? You got some joint inside? Is it a Foreman grill? What is going to happen with the barbecue? How you gonna make that happen in Ohio? What's happening?
Right. So my plan is, I built a little thing at my house, and I have a place at my restaurant where I'll be able to stay underneath something while I'm grilling for y'all. I might be, now look, if we get 20 inches and I'm out there in the snowsuit, y'all better come by them ribs. I promise y'all. Y'all gonna get a post on Facebook. But I'm gonna try to make it happen. I'm gonna be on it this time.
I love it. We'll be like, is them oven mitts or just snow gloves? You're going to be like, hey, whatever. I'm out here. All right? So I love that. So
shout out Steve Beatty. that's one of the things that I'll give him. He's the guy out the city. I'm the guy in the city. Let's just say that. He's the guy out of the city. I'm the guy in the city.
I love it.
He the one though. But I'm coming. I'm gonna be on the Food Network one day. We'll get there.
You get there.
We'll get there.
It's room for everybody from this city to shine. Shout out to Steve Beatty. That's my guy, man. Just me and him was just talking the other day. He shows a lot of love, man. Steve, just a good dude. Supports. He sees what's still going on here in the city. Shows a lot of love. He was just on Food Network just a couple weeks ago. If you guys missed him on the Halloween Cake Wars, I think that's what it was called. Steve, you got to correct me if I'm wrong. He was on there for a minute. But he gonna keep it going, and I love the love that you guys are showing each other, because again, this is what I love about this show, is that I get a chance to show, my show is not just to highlight black people, but it's important to me to highlight black people. Like, it just is. It's who I am. We don't have enough people telling our stories and showing the world that we're not a bunch of thugs and we're not all jealous and it's not all crabs in a barrel, like people say. Steve Beatty's doing his thing, went to the Culinary Olympics, has been on the Food Network multiple times, and you can show him love and he can show you love. And we have Marcus Tate and other chefs already in the comments doing their thing and showing love. So that's what it's really all about. So when you think about your ability to bring people together, legit, there's a lot of people watching the broadcast. There's a lot of people who loved when the flyer went out. They went up. What do you think it is that draws people to you? What do you think it is that gets the city excited when you have something going
on? That comes from a good foundation. That's my dad, mom. Everybody in the city fell in love with them before, because my mom's beautician. She owned the clubs back in the day, beauty shops with Sheila and all of them. So my mom is like the city's, I don't even know what to call it, but everybody in the city loves and knows my mom. So that's where most of the love comes from. I'm not hating on nobody. Me and my family, my cousin, Sean, Melvin, Pootie. I'm going to call you Pootie on the air. Tina, Native's family, we had such a good circle that we didn't kick it. Jerome, Jason, Jawan, my bad, I'm going to keep going. Nene, everybody, we had such a good circle that we didn't really mess with nobody. That I want to say we stayed out of the beefs of you know how the city gets. We wasn't in that because we stayed in a family circle. Yeah. But we fooled with everybody. We love everybody, we cool with everybody. But that's what I believe that makes me a little bit different. And I lived in so many places. Okay. So I lived in Columbus, Pittsburgh, Oakland, Florida.
Wow.
So yeah, that's all in that 8 years that I was telling you that I went ghost.
Wow. So you had a lot going on. Real quick, one question. I just want to make sure we're clear. Is it cash only?
We're doing cash only. Okay. Period. I'll have an ATM in there.
Okay.
I don't own the ATM. Any of y'all knuckleheads that
don't be trying to come get it.
I don't own the ATM. So
this ain't barbershop. Don't be trying to steal the ATM.
I can't open the ATM, Jack. So listen here. Let's get that clear.
Right. Right.
Yeah, cash only. Yeah,
I love it. Okay, I didn't mean to interrupt the story. So somebody asked, and I want to make sure people get their money. Go get your money, or the ATM will be in there, and y'all go in there and do what you got to do. Let's make it happen. So again, a shout out. You were naming some Snows, Weatherspoons. We got many of them are here watching today. Keena has Sugar Babies cookies. Shout out to her. She was in town.
The best in the world.
Man, I still ain't right.
Look. I almost cussed.
Me too. It's life changing. It's rough. It's rough.
Hey, I almost cussed. But look, them things is crazy. You could ask Keena right now and Dave. I called them and begged them to move back here. So everybody in these comments, tag Keena, Dave, say we need them home. I would love to give y'all my barbecue and seafood with those desserts.
Woo!
Think about if those desserts was it. Come on now.
Man, listen. Y'all would shut everything else down. I mean, she comes to town. She sells out so fast. I made my order in advance. And it was so good. I got the cookie cake boy. And I'm thinking, yeah, Literally, I mean, it was a problem. That's all I can say. They probably wondering why, like, I didn't post no pictures or nothing, because I still can't breathe right. I mean, I was so deep in it, I can't even get my life together, my mind together to talk about how amazing it was. It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
I thought she's a legal drug dealer.
She's
a drug dealer.
I got the Holy Spirit in one of them.
Nate was jumping around, got the Holy Spirit messing around with them cookies. Y'all check out Sugar Baby's cookies. I don't know. We got to figure out a way to get those up here for real. Even if I keep saying, I don't know. I know it's some, I've talked to them too. Keena and Dave, shout out to them. Like, how can you ship them or something? I don't know what we got to do. I don't know if we got to come together as sponsors or supporters or what y'all need. Because if y'all could get them up here, even packaged, maybe y'all could have them at the spot, or do something.
We'll put it like this. We're going to beg Keena we're going to do a trial and error. And I'm going to lie and say, Keena's going to send me some cookies this week so we can trial and error.
I love it.
So I just put the pressure on her.
I love it, Keena.
Send me some cookies this week, Canton, so we can trial and error for the opening and putting her in the restaurant.
I love it. I love it. Keena, cookies need to be coming this way. I don't want to hear about no federal regulations. Ain't nobody checking for no cookies. All right. They ain't got no dogs at the airport. She'd be like, it's regulations. That's what she tried to tell me. They got bigger problems.
Right.
They trying to collect voter ballots. They ain't checking for your cookies in the mail. All right. So send them cookies, girls.
Right.
Stop playing. All right. So y'all stay tuned. Keena laughing in the comments. We don't want no laughs. We want the cookies. All right. So send them cookies up here. All right. She said she'd love to.
No laughing.
No laughing. No laughing. So let's get back to your story. So you spent 8 years all over the place. What else do we not know about Legit Smith? That, we see you smiling, we see you shining, doing your thing. We're excited to support your business coming tomorrow. Shout out to that. People been putting it in the comments where to go. But what is it that people don't really know about you, or that you think is just like, maybe people think you're this, but there's more to you? What is it that we don't know?
That's a good question. That's the thing. I'm really a simple guy. Like, mind you, I have my things. Like, I love sports, gambling, and making profits. Like, it sounds like I love my family, my kids, my family, but it's all about making profits for us to live a certain lifestyle. And my sports teams, that's really, I'm a simple guy. I don't do much. The only thing that people, like I said, the people that know me from promotions didn't know I was a chef. Okay. So some people that knew I was a chef never knew I promoted, maybe. Like, I don't know, but anybody that's my Facebook friends have been getting tagged with flyers for the past 16 years. So they already have been annoyed with me. Like, that was my MO. Like, I've got so many messages like, quit sending me party promotions. So that's my thing.
They're like, I'm done. They're like, I ain't coming to the parties.
Right.
I'm done. I'm not doing it. Wow.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
You was the party promoter, now doing your thing with food, and people are loving it and supporting it. What's your big dream, man? What do you really want to do? Like, we love that you're showing so much love here to your city, but is there a bigger vision that you have for yourself?
So, of course, I dream crazy, which is not crazy because technically I've been checking them all so far. So it ain't been that far crazy.
It's never crazy.
It's one of the things, like, I made a post about a year ago. I do want to know if anybody watching it, if they could pull the trigger. I want to have legit meals in Tom Benson Stadium by next football season. When we go to our stadiums, I hate the fact that you're getting chicken fingers and fries for this. Like, it needs to be some trendy items like your regular ballparks and football stadiums. I plan to be opening a location in the side of town out west. We know the McKinley Bulldogs, their rival. I don't even want to say their name.
It's okay. It's okay.
Dante gonna be mad about that, but I'm gonna bring one to his town.
Shout out to Dante.
Within the next 6 months, soon as we open, I'm trying to open within 6 months. So then after that, the dream is a sit-down location.
Okay. So right now they're carry-out locations. The dream is a sit-down. Now listen, help the people, because people don't know you have other stuff going on. So what? I mean, I don't. You're already naming new things as you're about to launch a new thing, but you already have other things going on. Tell us more about your brand overall, your business ventures overall. What else do you have going on already as you're dreaming of doing the next thing?
So I have a partnership with one of my close friends, Dante Stewart. He owns a Aero Passage, which is a rehab center. I cook for them twice a day, every single day.
I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah, so I have a rehab center I cook for every day. I used to cook for a daycare. They switched in a transition of, she just was opening, so she couldn't keep me on too long, just learning her numbers.
Yeah.
Powerhouse Gym, that's Devin George, shout out to him. He helped me maneuver into that aspect. I got
that was
the Powerhouse Gym. And honestly, let's be all the way real. Powerhouse Gym deal is that was the one that, like, that put me from your regular guy to people putting a little bit of respect on the name. It was like, okay, he's there.
Man, your name is on the fridge at Powerhouse Gym. Your logo is on the fridge like it say Pepsi. It got your name on there, got your meals in there. I was there when they was first putting it in. I'm like, this dude is in the, like, that is a boss move. Like, that's real. Like, we don't see, that's some stuff you see on Shark Tank or The Profit or these TV shows where they maneuver in their business in creative ways. They're not just, oh, I got a food truck and I'm just a food truck. Oh, I got a restaurant, I'm just this one spot. That's a big move. That was a big one.
Well, we all know technically they say you have to have multiple streams of income. So I have 3 technically out of 1 location.
Wow.
Can't beat it.
Wow.
And we all know it's about who you know.
Yep.
It's really not about what you know, for real. Like, don't get it twisted. It's great to have both. And that's where I come into, where I feel like my friend circle is like, it's like Nate. Like, you can't just call somebody and be like, look, I'm trying to get a cut. I need a cut by tomorrow. And I'm doing an interview in your barbershop. Like, most people would be like, come on, bro. Like,
by the way.
Call me with that.
Right.
Yeah, but it's just one of them things that me and him been cool for the past 28 years of our life. Right. So he lived around the corner from my grandma. So I got to shout her out. My grandma, Bay, rest in peace, she stays a mile away from here. That's technically the nucleus of everything. That's a fact. She raised half of Canton.
Wow.
I want to say. Like, I can't even think. It's probably people on here watching it that got babysitter by her that didn't even know I was there. That, like, oh, that was him.
Right.
Like,
he was that kid.
Man, like, yeah, northeast side of Canton at my grandma Bay's house. So that's why opening up that location was another big thing to me, because it was so close to my grandma's house and all of that. And that's my heart. When she passed, it was like, it was gone.
Yeah.
So
that's big. People showing a lot of love. Keena, shout out to Ashley, Melvin. They showing a lot of love, saying Ruby was the real GOAT. She was the real deal. Shout out to leaving a legacy, for her to leave a legacy in the city, and for you to show love to that legacy and actually do something about it. Keena said you got away with everything with Beck. She said everyone knew you. She said,
"Oh, 100%. I was the one that they couldn't stand it. They had to finish their milk with their cereal. I didn't have to finish mine. I was able to throw the leftovers, and that was my baby. I'm the favorite. If y'all watching, we all know it. I've been the favorite. I'm the favorite.
That's what it is. If y'all didn't know, now you know. Listen, ain't no reason to start stirring up no family trouble now. Y'all know what it was. Y'all seen y'all was drinking y'all milk. He was laughing, throwing his junk away, and it is what it is, So that's how he got where he got. I love it, man. I did not know that your business was doing so much out of that one location. I believe you're going to be in the Hall of Fame. I'd love to talk about that too. I've had the opportunity to meet some people doing some work with McKinley and the Hall of Fame or with the stadium recently. It's certainly possible. And I mean, they got the youth games over. They got a lot of stuff going on around here and a lot of stuff that's going to pick up here. We're going to get post-pandemic. We got the Black college football joint going on. So I know there's going to be opportunities. All you got to do is get your foot in the door and you kick the thing open. Clearly, you did that with Powerhouse Gym. You're doing that with other things. And the city is here for it, man. We want to love and support what you got going on. I promise I'm going to be a fan. Send me information, man. We'll do some sponsor ads on here. No charge, just to show some love. I mean, no charge, but when I come in the restaurant, I want free food. That's all I'm saying. But anyway, no, I'm just playing. I'm paying full price. I'm coming in. We get the expensive meals. We'll be there, man. We're going to support it, man. We really appreciate it. Appreciate your time today, my man. Appreciate the stories. Appreciate the education, motivation, liberation. Somebody out there watching, I hope you guys know, even if you take an 8-year detour, I think that's the longest detour ever in the history of Lucas Live. People done went less.
It might have been longer than that. It could have been longer than that, honestly. But I'm going to just say 8. We're going to stick with 8. And my bad, not to cut you off. I know
no, go for it. Go for it.
The last thing that made me really, so it was, shout out to Lisa.
She just said, Lucas. Shout out to Lisa, my cousin, Lisa Lucas, a.k.a. Cork and Canvas. She got a contact at the Hall of Fame Village. See, that's why we got to put our dreams out there. That's why we got to shoot for the moon, right? Because they also going to have more space than.
I'm going to call her tomorrow.
Call her tomorrow.
Tell Prancer. I call her Prancer. You know, she always wearing them heels.
Prancing around. And she doesn't age, by the way. She don't age. She been the same age for a long time. She don't age. So shout out to Lisa.
Right.
So
I already shouted out Mandy. Man,
yep.
When he talking about put some respect on Mandy, I already shouted out Mandy. I shouted out the whole family, everybody. We locked in. Right. She the reason why I mean, of course, she was the other one that was like, look here. She was like, if you want to fit my mode, you got to fit the mode. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was the wild guy.
So tell us about that. So this is your girl, right? So tell us, because people love to hear every movie, if you ever pay attention, comedy, drama, every movie got a love story in there, right? They always come back around and you be like, Spider-Man got to have a love story. Batman, somehow they got a love story. So help us understand you and Mandy and how she's impacted your life. Because behind every great man is a good woman. Help us understand that for you.
Right. So the life, Mandy was like, look here, let's get straight away. So Mandy was one of the ones, besides my homeboy, it was them two, and of course my mama been telling me for 20 years, but it was like, look, let's walk the straight path and do this stuff the right way. You done went to culinary school, let's use your degree on what we done paid this $50,000 for. So she was like, I live this life. If you not that, we ain't gonna be able to work. And I was like, okay, I wanted to rock with her, and I fit the mold. I left that life alone, and I started working with, I don't know if I was working with Lisa at Cork and Canvas before. No, I was working with Lisa before that.
Lisa said it started at Cork and Canvas. She said it started at CC03. He seen her. He seen her there.
Well, no, I did. I met her there. I met Mandy at CC03. Well, of course, I didn't know her my whole life through the city, but it was me and Tori Font's birthday party, and Tori added me to the flyer. Her birthday is 2 weeks after mine. I wasn't even supposed to be on the flyer. I'm like, look, my birthday been going on for 2 weeks. Like, it ain't my birthday no more. I was hungover. I didn't even drink, but I seen Mandy walk in. I'm like, okay, like it is my birthday. It is.
It is my birthday.
So, seeing that little yellow one walk by, I'm like, I like it. I'm going, and that's gonna be the one. So,
wow.
Yeah, and she's the one. She's the main reason why I'm here where I am today. Like I said, she was like, "Do you want to live that life, or you want to live this life?"
Yeah. And
I chose the life.
Man, I love that, man. Shout out to y'all and what you guys are doing there. People know my wife comes on the show with me and stuff, and people really, I don't even think people fully know how much my wife means to me. and how much she supports me and how much she helps me. Even like I have skills and abilities that I don't even think about. And I'll be like, I'm kind of doing something. She's like, babe, you're great at this and you can do everything. And let me help you do it. And don't stop and don't fear anything. And it's huge. And then holding down the family and being amazing with the kids and, you know, just giving me space to do what I do. Right. Like she's not somewhere like what's taking so long, that she's just giving me space to do what I do. And allows me to be great. And ladies out there, just know, get with a man who's ready to live up to your standard, because your job is to push his standards higher. When it says that a woman is a helpmate, it's like you're to help him become his best self, right? But the man also got to submit to the woman in that legit. You submitted to her and like, okay, I'll do that. I'll get up to the standard, because really I was living below my own standard for real. Like I should have been doing bigger, better things anyway. And once y'all locked in, y'all gonna shoot past the moon, right? It's gonna go bigger and better. We can't wait to see you at Tom Benson Hall of Fame Stadium. We can't wait to see you in the Hall of Fame Village. We can't wait to see you out in that town out west over there with them Tigers. If you open up over there, we can't wait to see you out east if you open up in Alliance. We can't wait to see you open up the franchise and have people buying, trying to have their own little, like it's McDonald's. They've trying to put one in Paris and put one in Florida and put one in Germany and put one all over the world and make it happen. The Boils and Barbecue is coming to you guys tomorrow. Shout out to Legit Smith, man. It's been a pleasure having you on the show. Thank you for supporting what I'm doing. We've been talking about this for a little while, and you was like, I'm with it whenever, let me know. We're here. We're past our 100th episode, and now we're hitting our stride, and to bring a guest on like you means a lot to me and my platform. So thank you so much for being here, man. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, one more time for Mr. Legit Smith. Shout out to him. Everything he's got going on, everything he's doing. Shout out to Nate Chester and the Mop Shop. Ladies and gentlemen, great show, great story. He put it down today. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you for your love and support. For people who commented, for people who didn't, for people watching my replay, it's all good. Thank you. If you missed part of it, go back and watch it. It'll be on there for you to replay in just a second. Facebook is doing its thing. YouTube's going to do its thing. Twitter's going to do its thing. LinkedIn's it'll be there for you guys to check it out. Make sure you check out the show. Make sure you show us love. Make sure you follow me at Lucas Live Media. Make sure you go to Lucas Live Media so you don't miss anything. Follow, subscribe to that page on YouTube and here on Facebook and everywhere, okay? And Instagram and everywhere else, okay? Check us out. Thank you guys so much for the love. So much love for the city. Thank you guys for showing me love. Thank you for showing my man love. Nate Chester, the Mop Shop. G. Bush, the barbershop clothing line. Everybody, so many people doing big things. Don't let anybody tell you that nothing great ever came out of Canton, because that's a lie. Everybody, have a great day.